This is Retired Geek Woman, and this is Skyrim SE Edition, Retired Slow Play, Part 14. When we last left, we had just finished the beginning of building our house. And the purpose that of showing you this part is that this is the first time I got to sleep in my own bed. And I thought that was pretty cool. We just have the beginnings of the main house, and there's lights on the front door, and we have a smelter out and outside. And that's all we have so far. We need a lot more ore, a lot more wood, and we will get that along the way. But I finally got a goal that I had been working for all along, was to get this house started. And this is Lakeview Manor. It is not too far from Falkreach. As you can see, it's a nice wooded area, and I just love this area. I don't know exactly where the other houses are. I know one of them is up really far northwest side, and so anyway, here we are checking out what it is we got to do. Well, one of the stops we're going to make here is you need to buy wood for your house. That's one of your quests for the building your house thing. And there's certain things that it pops up on your quest list to do, and after you get started building it, one of them is to buy lumber for your house. And not too far away from where the house is located just happens to be a lumber mill. So we're going to head over there real quick and get some lumber for the house, and I'll show you how this process works. And you can order wood from any lumber mill, but what they'll do is you order it and then they bring it to you, and I think it comes by cart. And you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. So I always go to the one that's close to my house, which is, you can see it's already showing up on my compass as being up here on the right hand side. And so we're going to stop in there real quick, and you talk to the lumber person who's working the lumber mill and ask them to get you some lumber. Now that's how it's supposed to work, but I had a little problem this time, which you'll see when we get up here. I think it's pretty early in the morning, and I didn't see the lumber person up here. I was kind of looking for them. I was like, where are you? Where did you go? See, I don't see them anywhere. And it looked like the pointer is pointing at the lumber mill itself. So I thought, oh, it's only 6 a.m. in the morning. Well, maybe we should wait a couple hours. So I may wait 2 hours. That's 8:12 a.m. So you can see it's brightened up quite a bit, and they should be right there. And I don't see them anywhere. But one thing I know you can do is you can use this lumber mill yourself. And I'm not sure yet what the purpose of that is. I mean, it's something that I can do, but I've never figured out the why. And I know you can use the lever. I thought, okay, use the lever. Oh, that's right. That wasn't needed right now. So anyway, I thought I'd just putz around here and kind of wait for the lumber person to come back. So you can use the lumber pile, and look how strong Rhiannon is. Can you believe that? Rhiannon can move an entire huge tree all by herself. Is that incredible? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. It would have killed me. So you put a piece of lumber on there, you use the lever, and it takes that piece of lumber and runs it through the saw that you can see that is being powered by the water wheel over there. So that's how all that works. It's not electricity. It's just an old-fashioned lumber mill. And it saws that piece of that log in half, and that comes down to the end over here. And it just keeps pushing it and it pushes it down to the pile of lumber down below. And you can see how that just falls off the end there. Now, I'm standing there thinking, how did that help me? And the answer is it didn't. I need to buy lumber, so I don't know. I still am trying to figure out what to do. My pointer is pointing off to the left down there. So I thought, well, maybe I could figure out where this person is. What happened to them? Why are they not there? Why are they not at work yet? And I can see my pointer is pointing across the way. Normally, it's not such a big deal. I've never had a problem like this, but it's only whenever you want to show everybody how things work that it doesn't work right. So, okay, let's wait another hour. Then it'll be almost 10 o'clock. Nothing. Nobody's there. I swear someone's staying there every other time that I've come up here. And you got Mercurio running around like, how can I help? How can I help? So we're going to run over here and we're going to look and find the lumber person, who should be right there. Oh. I'll figure this out, don't worry. Sometimes it makes sense to pull up your local map. My local map said that the lumber person was across the way. So we're going to run across the way. So it's interesting, this person offers for you to do some work. I've never done that before, so I don't know, do you get paid a gold a day? I don't know. I should try it sometime. So what I tell this person is I want, her name is Hurt, I want to buy some lumber. And she said, sure, 20 logs is 200 gold. And I don't know if you can do this yourself. I have never tried, I never looked it up, I never tried to figure out if you can do your own lumber. I do know 20 logs is 200 gold. So I just ordered a whole bunch, I didn't even count. I don't remember having way too much lumber. I remember having to buy more. So again, she's saying sewn logs added, and what she's saying, we can deliver it. I'll have them haul over right away. So that's kind of how that process works. And I can't remember, I just ordered a whole bunch because I hate when I don't have enough and I'm trying to do something. So you can see that that task is gone from my task list, going to a lumber mill. Because the point of that, of course, is a tutorial thing to show you how and where to get lumber. Now I'm going to go speak with Commander, whatever his name was, about the bandits. I'm looking to see, okay, where am I? By the way, I did add one more mod to my game. And I'll put the name of the mod, which I can't remember at the exact moment, in the comments. And the reason is I have been getting so lost, and for me it's not a big deal. I don't really care, but when I'm trying to show you guys things, I hate it that I'm getting lost, for 15-20 minutes at a time. It's ridiculous. So I decided to go ahead and put that mod on that shows the roads, and in theory it will help me from not getting lost again. So that's why the map looks different, and I'll put the link to the mod down below. So I thought, oh cool, there's some ore, and of course it wouldn't let me do anything. So sidetrack, mouse, squirrel. So I'm taking a look here and saying, okay, what all I got? I'm down to 76 weight myself, and I wanted to double check and make sure I had a pickaxe in my pocket. So I was just curious about that pile of ore that I'm not allowed to work on. So it was interesting. So I'm going to kind of get going in the right direction that I need to go before I call my horse. And I kind of looked and saw, oh, there's a road. Okay, that's where I'm going to try to stick more to roads as much as possible. I know there's times where you just have to go over country or it's faster and more efficient, but we're going to go ahead and just follow this road around to go up there and talk to that commander about the bandits. I think or was it the Dark Brotherhood? I don't remember. And a few people on the road. That looked like a storm cloak walking there. Not sure. When you get more involved in the war, the sides become much more clear. And we're going to get back to that after a while, but I have found that there's lots of things that I want to do before advancing the Civil War. It changes a lot of things, and I'm just not ready to do that. As I've mentioned before, this was a huge, the house was a huge focus and one of my very first goals. And now I've got that started. I'm going to be moving on to another goal here pretty soon, which you'll see. It's like, ooh, a saber-tooth tiger. Curio, why are you standing way back over there not doing anything? Dude. And I went ahead and got the, I know that I need saber-tooth tiger eyes for something. I know I need one for my house, I think, and I don't remember if I need anything else like that, and I probably won't be killing them too much more often. At this time I'm using firebolt and lightning bolts are my current defensive spells that I'm using. And I take an opportunity when I can to heal myself. Obviously that happens a lot more in dungeons and things, but when I see an opportunity to use it, I go ahead and do that just because I want to increase that skill so that I can get more perks on the perk tree. So I need to raise it. So I'm just taking a real fast run through here, and gotta watch out for the gargantuan antlers on that guy. I know I need some large antlers for building the house, but I think I already have some. If I don't, I'm going to try to find them. And last resort, of course, is I'll have to kill a really large elk to be able to get those horns. So here I'm actually following a road, and it's actually getting me close to where I need to go. So I was really, I'm kind of glad I did that mod, even though I don't like mods at all. I guess sometimes they're well, obviously almost everybody I've ever talked to that has played any big games like this has modded it, and sometimes it's modded beyond all recognition. For me, I just wanted to make it easier for the purpose of recording these gameplay videos for you so that I'm not getting as lost as I am all the time. And something slowed me down. I wasn't sure what it was, and then I see it's just a wolf. If I had waited, Macario would have killed the wolf, no problem. He would have grabbed a sword or something, which I think he still has. So instead, I thought it was something else, so I ran back to help, and obviously I didn't need to do that. No, I'm not going to get any new horse equipment. Maybe someday we'll go through and look at all of it. I prefer what I have. It's simple, and it's easy to distinguish between mine and Macario's horse. I've got a black saddle, he's got a brown, but that won't matter pretty soon here. Just kind of a reminder that I'm not a professional recording studio, and while I have a super good microphone, I also have cats, and they are my fur babies, and I also have doors that I'd love to leave open, and you're going to hear sounds. I live on a lake. You're going to hear boats sometimes. You're going to hear birds tweeting, and I don't apologize for any of that. That's my life, and I don't care. I try not to let it interfere too much. If I'm hearing way too much noise, then I will stop recording. But otherwise, you're just getting me. So I hope that's okay with you. And I can see, okay, I'm getting closer. I'm coming to a Y on the road, and I should go to the right. I actually first noticed this mod. Hey, what the heck? A bandit come running out of there and hit me upside the head. No, there are 3 bandits. I thought we just dispose of the bandits. I think they're all dead now. Oh, there's another one over there somewhere. I was going to say, I recall, or I wanted to mention that I first saw the roads mod on gameplay from Grandma Shirley. That's where I saw her roads look so much better. And so I went onto her YouTube channel, and she has mods listed. She doesn't have links to them, but she has the names of them listed on her recording. So I kind of went in and said which one is it that she's using, and kind of narrowed it down and figured it out. But that's where I first saw them. I thought, man, that's so much easier. And so, you know, the fog is still kind of sort of there in certain places, but at least I can hopefully get if I use roads more, then I'll get lost less, in theory. You can see the roads go around the mountains as opposed to trying to go around, climb up a mountain or climb over a mountain and get hopelessly lost or stuck, or I have to backtrack. So I'm looking down here. It looks like something. There's a wolf chasing the elk or something, and we distract the wolf and it comes after us. So maybe the elk got away. I hope so. If not, we should check him on the way back. I've probably mentioned numerous times that I do not like the horses in Skyrim at all. They look chunky, bulky. It's like you look around and everything looks so real. The water looks real. The rocks look real. Robber's Gorge. I'm gonna get through here. Hopefully, won't get killed. And you can't. The controls are kind of funky, and you cannot play in first person. And if you've not ever played Oblivion, you should go check it out. The horses look better. The mechanics, I think, are better. And you get first-person view, so you're just seeing your horse's head kind of bob up and down. And I just loved it so much. It's my favorite horses in any game I've ever played. So I was so discouraged when I first started with Skyrim, and then when my first horse fell off the walkway at the mage college, I didn't have a horse again for many, many years. And also, your companions cannot ride a horse in the vanilla game. And I had seen, again, Grandma Shirley's her companions were riding horses. So I figured that was probably a mod, and I checked that out, and indeed it's called Convenient Horses. And it adds a number of things, including, I think, the ability to carry the backpacks. And it also has the ability for your follower to ride a horse. I also think that the ability to use that horn that I use to call my horse, and there's also a horse whistle, I think that's all part of the Convenient Horses mod. And it just makes them so much more usable to me. Alright, so we arrived at Dragon Bridge, and we need to go talk to this commander at the Penitus Outpost. There he is. This is Commander Maro. Okay, so we're informing them that we killed the leader of the Dark Brotherhood.
Dead?
And Astrid, yes, it was Astrid.
This is a stroke of good
Oh,
fortune.
good, he's happy about it.
Long have I watched the Dark
So,
Brotherhood's movement, waiting for the time
he's
to
very
strike.
happy about this.
That time is now.
And so
My agents have recently acquired
he
the
found out, he
passwords to
says
their
they know
sanctuary.
where the sanctuary, their
Silence, my
sanctuary
brother.
is.
Every assassin
And
in that
there's
hole
a
must be put
passphrase
down.
to the sanctuary.
You, my friend.
And he
You've
said, you've slain
their
their leader.
This
This honor
honor
should
be
be.
yours. Do this.
He wants me to
You
go
will be rewarded most handsomely.
kill the rest of the people in the sanctuary. That's what the objective is. Kill everyone in the sanctuary. And it's down near Falkreath, where basically I just came from. And so now we're going to switch gears, and we are going to go to Labyrinthian, which we're very close to, which is the Staff of Magnus. The Mages Guild sent us there to get that in an attempt to stop what's his name? Arcano? Yeah, Arcano or whatever. Because who's destroying the Mages College. And so that's what we're supposed to be doing next. And we had never been to Dragon's Ridge before. And so Dragon's Bridge. So I was kind of running around looking for places to sell things or whatever. And I decided, you know, look, there's nothing here. There's a house, there's a tavern and an outpost. And I don't think there's anything else here. And a lumber company, which doesn't do us any good for our house because it's so far away. So I decide, you know what, let's go ahead and figure out how we're going to get where we're supposed to go next, which is over there in those mountains, Labyrinthian. So I'm deciding on my path. And it's kind of also like, oh cool, you can see there's actually roads in the mountains. I can actually see them. Curio, why are you always in my face? Yeah, just kind of looking around, see if I missed something. I can see why they call it Dragon's Bridge. There appears to be a dragon on the bridge. So my focus in the game, the focus in this particular world at this particular time has been to work on part of the main quest, which I have, and then the College of Mages, which we're getting very close to completing a major part of that, and getting my house set up. After that, so I got my house set up, and now I'm going to focus on the Mage College, and then there's something else that's going to be happening soon after I become level 10, and that's coming up in either this episode or one or two after. So it's coming up. You'll see what my next an elk attacked me. You'll be able to see what it is that I'm doing. So right now, my focus is the Mage College and stopping that Arcano from his looks like destruction of the Mage College. Plus, the Sigic Order asked me to get on this. So, you know, who am I to deny these creepy looking weird guys that other people can't see most of the time? Like, okay. Oop, there's a dog. I don't know why there was a dog laying in the middle of the road. Oh, these elks. I mean, did they have a death wish? He's running right in front of me. Get out of the way. I don't know if when you play on very easy, if the AI is stupider or what. I've never really looked into that. Oop, check the map time. Looks like I'm still headed in the right direction for the time being. I've mentioned before, I just don't like the terrain and the cold of this part of the map. At least there's evergreens, but, you know, it's snowy and cold. It's making me cold sitting here. I'm getting goosebumps. And it's 90 degrees right now at my house. There's more elk running in front of us. It's like a haven for hunters, isn't it? I just prefer to let them be. They're not attacking me, except for that one looked like he might have been. We've been to Labyrinthian before, because that cut through that you can see right on that map piece, we used that one time and it took us right through Labyrinthian. So that's why it's actually on my map already. If I could just remember where the road or where the cutoff is. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like an actual road. That's interesting that it's not even, I guess because it apparently is a main road because it's not even marked with the rock saying, hey, there's something special here. That was kind of interesting. I guess because there's something special. There's a road through the mountains? No. Labyrinthian is a main place here. I guess the rocks were right there. Oh, by the way, you're going somewhere special. And we'll kind of have to follow our compass here to figure out where the door is, because since we hadn't been in there before. We should be able to take our horses right up to the door. And hopefully our Mercurio is here. Now you notice there looked like a ghost or something right off to the side. So that's kind of a main part of all of this.
Come on, we're finally here. Let's not waste any
You
more
will
time.
notice that Mercurio is running around trying to kill something while we're trying to watch this scene between these apparently deceased mages. And I guess he was fighting the frost troll that had followed us up here. So we're kind of watching this dialogue between these deceased mages, and we're going to be following them a lot through Labyrinthian. And they have a conversation, and then they vanish, and then you move on to the next part. We used a torque to open the door. And there's all these dead things. There's skeletons everywhere. I'm not gonna take anything for granted. So check out all these skeletons. I didn't count them. I don't know how many there are. I don't know if these were the 6 mages. I don't know who they are.
Remember to check behind you every once in a while. Who knows what might try to sneak up on us.
Looks like there's way more than 6. So I don't think these were the mages. I don't know if we find them or not. There's a lot of dead people here, that's for sure. Little pieces of gold here and there. It looks like we're gonna have another little season, a little session with the mages who are having a conversation.
You keep talking like you're sure we'll find something useful in here.
Given the history of this place, it's more than likely there's still some amount of power here.
Enchanted weapons, tomes of ancient knowledge, Shadowdoor's secrets themselves. Who knows what we could find?
And what if there are things guarding this place?
So it appears that some of them are not overly excited about being here. Some of them are very excited about being here. They think that they're exploring. So we're gonna do some exploring and see if there's anything. Look at that, detect life. That's a 332 value spell tomb. I probably will never use that spell, but I like having it available to me. It detects nearby creatures. So I don't know, this is a different style of play, I guess, but I'd rather have it in my pack than sell it. So we're going to go ahead and take that and anything else that we could find that may be of use. So it doesn't look like there's a whole lot out here. I did see a little urn with a garnet, so nothing spectacular, but You know, worth looking, and just an open door, not a locked door, not a separate section or anything. There's a couple urns. Guess there's just one there. Mercurio's still with us. Very interesting rock formations in this one. They look a little different than some I've seen. Huh, a lot of empty urns. Looks like somebody got there before us. What the heck? Okay, so there's a lever. And naturally, I'm going to flip a lever. Right? And it shuts after I pass it. So it's like, okay. Also, there was a truckload of bad guys in there. Something, right? It looks like they're mostly skeletons from what I can see. And then I see in the background, there's a skeletal dragon. So, there are a whole bunch of skeletons in here that are doing magic. There's skeletons everywhere, plus that skeletal dragon. And it's like, holy cow. So I'm running around trying to kill all these dragons. I'm running out of magic, but thankfully I've got plenty of healing potions. I've got quite a few Magicka potions, so I can continue to replenish myself, but I'm not playing very wisely here. I should have done something much different than what I did. But it's like, oh my gosh, that daggone dragon. But we're gonna get him. We're gonna get them all. And then it occurs to me, I don't see Mercurio anywhere. And then I think that dragon was dead to me, and I didn't kill it. So I don't know. Maybe the skeletons were killing the dragon. If I had to do this over again, I would probably stop and watch, and see what was actually happening. Take opportunity to use my healing spell. Things seem to have calmed down. And where the heck is Mercurio? Check out some of these skeletons. It occurred to me, where is he? He's trapped. He wasn't helping us at all because he was trapped in between. So, oh my gosh, and then he makes his stupid comments while I'm trying to run around and make sure everything's dead. And go figure out what the heck is up with that skeletal dragon. Very strange. Just looking for anything of value that doesn't weigh too much. And there are just pieces everywhere because skeletons explode pretty much when you kill them. So I come over here and I don't recall there being a dragon soul. And maybe it did, because I haven't been keeping track of my dragon souls and I'm not using them yet. So I don't know if I got a dragon soul out of that or not. I don't know what happens if when you kill a dragon and you back up too far, what happens. And I still think that the skeletons were killing this dragon. I mean, I barely took a few hits at him and I was out running around like an idiot. So I don't know what happened here. It's very strange. And I don't know if it ever gets explained. Kind of looking around. Again, the formations here are very interesting. Now I don't need to take any skulls. They're everywhere. Just kind of looking around for chests or anything important or of value. And I really didn't see anything. There's just this big giant room with a bunch of skeletons and a skeletal dragon in it. Very curious. No chests. Most of the urns were empty. Just very strange place. Yeah, I thought, you know what? Let's not be an idiot. Let's save. Save for just in case. Oh, we're gonna have another convo with the ghosts. I'm trying to get out of their way over here. So I can also find Macario standing right in the middle of them.
Barely made it
So
out
it looks
alive.
like one of them, one of
in?
the have died now. There's only 5,
There isn't enough of him left to go
and
looking after.
so they're debating among them on what, you know, what have we done? We can't go back. Might as well go forward. We can still do this. And I'm not 100% sure what it is that they were trying to achieve. Maybe they were trying to go find the Staff of Magnus. I don't know. I don't know if we find out. I do know that they're having a discussion on what should be done. And there's a tablet here to read. Interesting. Most of these stands like that don't have the ability to read anything. At least if I must have missed them if they have. So kind of an interesting place. I'm not sure about it. But we're going to find out more. We're going to keep going and looking for the Staff of Magnus. Because we got to do something. Oh, more linen wraps that we have no use for. Those things are everywhere. Local map. Take a look. Where are we supposed to go? And I knew that there was a little side down here. You never know there's a chest or whatever. In this case, there's an urn with 7 pieces of gold in it. But I like to clear my map out, showing that I actually was there. So that's one reason why I go there.
Old ruins like this are
Thanks for the information. Oh, and all of a sudden, something says some bizarre words and wipes out all of our Magicka. And it's like, what the heck? I don't know what it was. The words came from that door, which is blocked by ice spikes or whatever. So I decided, let's save again. Because I don't know what the heck is going on. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the way that I need to go. And I notice there's a Draugr there. He isn't one of those ones that's not going to wake up. He's just standing there. Sure, probably what would happen if I had turned my back to him, he would have attacked. So we needed to take care of him real quick. And check what's laying on the ground. Make sure it's not a magic axe or something. Anything with any weapon with magic in it, I'll generally take it. So I step into that and it hurts me. So it's like, okay, we got to do something about that first. And over here is another stand, and it's got flame spell, which we already know. So that was our first spell that we learned. So that tells me that we need flames to put this thing out. I have flames in my right hand, which I clicked my left mouse button to activate. And that took care of it and opened the door. So like, okay, I'm not a total idiot. And that stupid voice comes out again and wipes out our magery again. Luckily, I have got so much good magery recovery equipment on, it just pops right up, right back. You know, if you don't have that and you're a mage, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble in here, because it's going to keep wiping it out unless you got millions of restore Magicka potions. So even though he wiped out my entire magery, all of my magery, it recovered itself enough so that I could kill the Draugr that was down below, and now I'm half again, so I'm able to try and kill this thing. I missed it twice, and 3 times. And so he keeps getting out of my way. Mercurio keeps shooting at him and hit him, but I missed him 3 times because I would wait thinking, okay, he's not going to move now, and then he moved each time, so I missed him 3 times in a row. Like, oh my gosh, am I really that bad? So this place is a little bit confusing. I know that I need to go that direction to get to the next door, but it looked like there was a place behind me that I can go in, and I didn't want to miss anything. I didn't want to miss anything that he just stole my magic again. It's like, what the heck, and who is doing it, and why? Oh, and now he's speaking English to me. Yeah, you must use that guttural language. I don't know what the heck. My destruction is increasing, thankfully. Petty Sojam, that's good. Filled. Looks like we're gonna need it eventually. So I'm kind of just following this down, and really what I was looking for to see if there were any chests or like a 33 gold on a Draugr. That's really unusual. Usually there's like 2. Also, I heard a Nern root. Gotta pick up the Nern root. But it looks like I'm kind of going in the right direction from what I can tell.
If I wasn't already an
These
expert
troll
in building
skulls are
history.
everywhere, and I find that to be interesting. It's like, what use could a troll skull have? So it looks like that my compass is pointing me straight ahead, and the water's flowing straight ahead. So I'm kind of taking a peek and thought, okay, wait, what's up here? So it looks like there is at least a room up here of some kind. I thought maybe we would have some stuff we could pick up, and then a Draugr comes out for us. And so I'm like, Lucario, take care of that, will you? While I'm looking around, and he's standing in the doorway not doing a daggone thing. So I don't know if I needed to make him stay closer to me or what. But the Draugr is still there, but he's also hanging out on the stairs. So I'm like, okay. And then he backed off, apparently. No, maybe I need to change my difficulty level. If they're going to act like idiots, I really don't want them to be idiots. But again, I don't want to die either, because then I'm mad. So another Draugr came out of here, so I thought, well, there would be something valuable, and there's not a daggone thing valuable in that nook. So this whole room, really, not so much, unless I think I missed something up above, but that's okay. I really just want to get to my location. And maybe find a chest or 2 along the way. So we know that we need to follow the direction of the water. And he took my magic again. And he called me Auron. Auron. Isn't that interesting? So this takes us into Labyrinthian Thoroughfare. So we're into another section. And this is interesting. Kind of slowing down here because it's like, okay, something's there. It's a skeleton. I'm like, can't you take care of that? No, apparently not. But it is just a skeleton. For the most part, skeletons aren't too difficult. They just explode. Well, that one didn't, because that's good because it wasn't the skeleton. The skeleton shot me in the arm with an arrow. That arrow sticking through my arm. That's okay. We exploded him. Check the same skeleton twice. Check the Draugr. 12 gold and an ingot and a necklace. We'll take all that. That was a good one. Now what I'm thinking here is that a novice lock, but maybe we can go this way to get around to it. But then I thought, no. So I don't want to get lost. I don't know if there's 2 different ways to go to the same place, and I don't know. It's a novice lock. We've got 34 currently. And 33. So, it's worth it to try. And they're interesting. There's iron ore in a pan. And there's really nothing else in this locked room or locked area that I could see. And then I find 2 chests, not 1 but 2. Now, in all honesty, 56 gold is not that much, but still. And this one had 33. So almost 100 gold in this little nook right here. And I'm like, okay, where am I now? So I think that takes us back. I think we would have come down. He took our magic again. Whatever that thing is.
Tell some amazing stories.
Whatever that thing is, we gotta get it. So again, I'm trying to figure out where's my path. I mean, this is like the end. The water's falling off the end of this thing. So this doesn't seem to be the main path to go where I needed to go. And I thought, well, that looked like a doorway you can't go through. And this is such a strange dungeon or whatever. The water flows. We went through there. The water flows there. It goes nowhere. So it looks like we don't have much of a choice here. That looked like that we could have come from that way. Oh, and why don't we take care of a skeleton? Oh, a skeleton with magic. He died a slow death and then he exploded. So it looks like, I don't know. This was a weird one. I kind of got lost a little bit. Not horrifically, but so it's like, okay, we are definitely going the wrong direction. I don't even know how I got here. I was looking for doors and levers and anything to get us in the direction that we needed to go in, which I think is that way. So I just took a leap. It looks like the water's flowing that direction still. Missing a door, missing anything. And we've come to a big room that has chest and lots of blood laying around. I never like it when there's blood laying around. I do want to know what's in that chest over there. So we're gonna run back there and check real quick. Oh, skeleton. 2 gold. We'll take it. So what is back here in this chest? 2 gold and some lockpicks. Okay, we didn't have to use a lockpick to open it. So that's fine. I'm thinking, you know, it's been a little bit. Let's go ahead and save. So there's blood everywhere. That's not a good thing. Water's coming down into a grate. I'm just kind of very carefully poking around. Ah! That's why there's blood everywhere. It's a troll. It's a troll. And just in case, we knew better, didn't we? Troll fat. Ugh. You can at least give us a coin or two. So, decided to quickly check these skeletons that are laying around that apparently the troll has killed, and peek through the bars, and it's like, okay,
If these ruins frighten you, take
that
comfort in
probably
the
is where
knowledge
we
that
want to
I
go.
am here.
Is that a way?
Huh?
We just have to find out how to get there. Maybe that's the way. And that daggone thing. You only face failure once more. Oh, really? I'm not failing, but I'm getting ticked off by you wiping out my magic, and I slow down so that my magicka can recover itself, so that I can be ready for whatever. And then I see up top there's like a skeleton up top. There's a couple of skeletons down below. Let's see if I can not miss them this time. There's some stairs on the other end, I think. It's like, why don't we just go ahead and take care of that problem? And we got him. I'm not Ira. I stole my magic. Who has sent you to this place? Stop stealing my magic. Curio, take care of those guys that are shooting at us. I'm gonna just wait for you. And he never shows up. He's hiding behind a pillar. And I've got my magic already ready to go, and it took my magic, and I can't do anything. There's no way to cancel it that I know of. So I'm still waiting for him to show up, and he just doesn't. So it's like, okay, maybe there's one gonna pop out from us over here. And there's a troll. It's like, well, at least I got to not waste my magic. Mercurio, help me. Get the troll, please. Thank you. Yep, maybe someday I'll stop checking. It would really be nice if I didn't have to. If I knew, but you never know. So it looks like somehow we need to get over there. And it looks like there's a lever. I may have missed it. I'm looking for a chest or anything worthwhile. Urns, potions. I'm just not seeing anything down here at all. We do have some gold ore, but I wasn't interested at the moment. It's more likely what's gonna throw at me next. And there's a lever. It's like, yay! In theory, it should open this door right here. And in effect, it does. So now we're into this next little part.
Do try not to set off any traps, will
Set
you?
off any traps. I could say the same of you, my friend. A couple little things there, nothing major value. Picking up that gold. It's a skeleton. It's a skeleton with one little tiny health point left. Whoa! And his buddy was hiding. It's like, okay, who hit who there? It looked like Mercurio hit me. So checking the corners here. Okay. Not 100% sure where we need to go. Looks like we need to go up though. Ooh, a chest, finally. Not horrible, not great. Chica poison. I have no idea what that's for. Dead guy laying there. Not sure how or why. So, okay, we need to go that way, I think. Aha! And now we got these things. I think, what are they called? Something anomaly. And these are a little bit harder because they don't. These are holding better still than some of the whatever they are. And then there's this big thing coming at us. I was like, what the heck? It's like, you know what? We don't know what that is. We might want to save. So I want to get a better view of it. And I think it's a wisp mother. Is that what it is? She'll come into view here in a second. She's kind of hiding behind the tomb, what they look like tombstones, but I don't think they are. And now she's shooting it. And now they multiplied. Oh my gosh. So she created shades from herself. She's the wisp mother. That's who she is, or what she is. So I think we took care of her. And then all the wisps disappeared. And you get wisp wrappings. There is nothing special about her that I could tell. And there's another chest. And flawless garnet. So those are always good. They're worth a little bit. Just making sure I'm not missing anything, which doesn't mean I don't. Sometimes you can find things in open caskets like that, so I always take a quick peek. It looks like I'm supposed to be going this way. And now we got a door. So my magic again. Now we got a door with flames. So I'm thinking that my sparks is probably not going to work on it. When you think of the opposite of flames, you probably think of frost or cold. So let me try it. Ah! Now we get a fire spirit out of the deal. Nah. So then I'm thinking, yeah, let's try frostbite. and I've got a very low frostbite spell. I probably should find another one in the not too distant future. And again, I used the wrong hand. Yeah. I'll not get into that again. I'm sorry I mentioned it so much. So I want to go back. I mean, obviously it's a very low spell, so I want to make sure that I have my spells correct. These are 25 hit point spells, I think. And it looks like there's nothing down here, but I want to check these urns and gather any gold or gems or whatever. So that's a 15 gold place. This should open. Yes, it does. And now we're going to have another conversation. So now it looks like there's only 4 left.
Now. We have to keep moving.
Where's Elvery? She was right behind me.
So we're not finding these dead
Something grabbed her
bodies.
from behind. Gone before I could do
Unless
anything.
it's just the skeletons, but you would think there would be more on
You're
them.
right. This is all my fault. Should we turn around, head back?
I
So
don't
they
think
are
going
having
back
a
is good
discussion.
idea.
Going back would be the end of all of us. We keep pushing forward and we'll make it. We will.
Come on, you can make it. Let's go.
So I think it's 3 to 1 on this discussion on continuing on. And I thought I would check underneath these stairs here. Oops. There's a skeleton over there. Oh, and we got him in one hit. So I thought I'd check because sometimes there's like chests underneath here, and I didn't see anything of value, and it's a well that's been filled in, looks like, or caved in. So I'll take a quick look around the room, and I didn't see anything. And it looks like, stole my magic again. Oh, how annoying. And we got a spectral warhound and another ghosty looking thing. Curio, my love, turn around. I'm waiting for my magic to recover. I guess that was a ghostly restless draugr, which I find to be really interesting in here. It's a restless draugr, but why is it ghostly? I don't know. Spectral warhounds, ectoplasm, I don't use that, I don't need that I know of. So then we come to this interesting little thing here. And it looks like it's a trap door. And so I thought, well, what would happen if we open the trap door? And of course I want to get Macario off of there. Come on, buddy. Get off of there. So we open it up, and can we look down, and what do we see? It looks like there's some kind of a spectral ghost down there, and the water's going down there, and I might be able to get down there, and let's try it. I've saved. I jump down, lose most of my health, and I immediately get killed. So this is one of the few times that you will see me die and reload. That just doesn't happen very often. I don't die hardly ever. So I decided that let's find another way down. Jump. I think I've done this before, and I think I was able to land on the log that was across. And if you hit it just right, maybe you can. I decided to find another way. There has to be another way to get down there. That draugr is still showing on in my compass, so he's got to be down here somewhere. So I'm guessing that going another way is the key. So we'll figure it out. In the meantime, we're just running around. Whoa, another ghostly draugr. He has full health, and it looks like there's 3 more behind him. At least that's what my map is showing. 3 something behind him, I don't know. And we find that we're actually... He's right there. I don't know where he came from. I think he came from down below. And we're going to check. There's really nothing here. Like, the loot in this particular ruin is not that great. Now that's nice. A drain spell bow, 458 value. That was a nice one. Hopefully it's still in my pack so that it's ghostly looking. He's a restless draugr, so not much there. And it looks like, oh, he stole my magic again. Daggone him. That's getting annoying. Try not to kill Mercurio. There's a lot of these 73 value swords from these ghostly restless draugrs. So it looks like this is where I was at. Oh, and I'm completely ignoring the fact that right is right there. And I'm like staring at him thinking, okay, Mercurio, do your thing, man, before he kills me. And he finally did. But this is where we had dropped down before and died. So we did find our way to this area, which really doesn't have very much. Take opportunity to heal myself. And while we're poking around, maybe we'll find a couple things in here. Oh, a troll. Wonderful. I'm thinking, is this a trapdoor too? Like, no, that's not a trapdoor. Flawless garnet, so that was useful. But there isn't too much other useful stuff in here that I could find. Our way, and then I see we're gonna have some draugrs here. Hopefully not too many live ones, and I already didn't get in that one. And there's right straight ahead, there's one standing there.
Once in a while. Who knows what might try to sneak up on us?
He's not moving. So let's take care of him before he takes care of us. So I'm looking around for other ones that could come up behind us. So I think. Oh, it's like, okay. And so again, I had my spells loaded and I didn't want to shoot anything, so I just pointed them towards the ceiling so that they could discharge. And now we found something we could shoot. I hit him once, but Mercurio knocked him against the wall with his spell, so I don't know what he has, but it's pretty cool. Slammed him right up against the wall. Ooh, look at this, a chest. 48 gold, it's not nothing, but I was hoping for more. Steadfast ward, and I believe that is a one we don't have yet. So again, I will use all spell tombs, even if I'm not going to use the spell. I probably should use wards, but I don't. So again, I'm not a very good fighter. I don't make good use. So, oh, cool. There's all kinds of goodies in here. High expensive potions may or may not use. Look at that. Extra magica. That's a nice one. And some ingots. So that was a nice little basket. Now here is a tricky thing. This is really a pain in the neck. They got these stands with soul gems on top of them. Now if you had a spell that can knock things over, like a telekinesis spell. Nothing bright. I thought picking that up would stop the whole process, but it didn't. I didn't have a telekinesis spell. I thought maybe I could shoot the things off from where I was at, and it doesn't look like I can. I didn't try the ones further down, which I should have done. Should have, you know, hindsight. And then I was double checking I thought maybe I could shout like unrelenting force. I thought I could shout one off. Maybe it would knock it off. And it didn't. It just knocked over a couple of things. So at this point I'm like, I'm getting burned up. And I'm standing here like an idiot. And it's like, okay, I'm going to die. And before I can heal myself, I keel over. So once again, you get to see me die. So that's an example of what not to do. So it would be really good if I had a telekinesis spell. I need to, next time I hit up a you know what, that crazy apothecary lady. She's pretty good for something like that. Hit her up and see if we can get some new spells that we really need. She's got so many. I thought I was walking fast, and then I hit my Z button because I thought I had my whirlwind chosen, and you can't call your horse inside a dungeon, dodo head. That's what I was trying to do. So what I'm trying to do is get the whirlwind sprint, which is under, there it is. I'm trying to get that loaded so I can run up to those things and knock them over. And I ran into a wall. Just take one. If you take one, then they stop. So I know there's probably a dozen better ways to do what I just did. At this point, I'm still alive. Mercurio's still alive, but looks like he's gotten really hurt. So let's just take a minute. I can heal myself. This is just an example of very poor playing, and hopefully I don't do that too much. So he's not, his bar isn't showing that he's in low health, but he was doubled over, which means that he was in low health. So I don't know why we're not seeing his health bar. So we've healed ourselves, we've healed him, our magic is gone. Let's take a minute, take a breather to catch up before we go into the next place here. And my patience was running out. I really shouldn't have done that. But I was like, okay, I want to get on with it. And look at that nasty thing. I thought that was a potion. It's a skeever tail. That's so gross. And a Draugr right. And our destruction is up to 38. That's good. We need to get it up there. So we killed that thing, I think. I think we almost killed it. And then there's another one up here. It's like, oh my god, I don't have any magic left. So thankfully, I think Mercurio was behind me and helped me out there. And so I run up here trying to look and see if there's any kind of chest, and I find a room that has some goodies in it. Try not to sell those rings. Hopefully we'll remember to stop by our house pretty regularly. Eventually I'll get in a routine where I stop by the house very regularly and go ahead and drop things off more. That's my plan anyway. So just kind of looking for anything in here and a way to go where we're supposed to go, which I'm not 100% sure yet. Hi, Mercurio. Where are we supposed to go, dude? Could you please tell me? And then I think I see a path right there. Don't be jumping to our deaths or any such crazy thing. And then there's interesting little water area here. And a tablet. It looked like a tablet, but I think it's just the top of a table that was broken or something. And then I got curious of what was in that water. It's like, let's take a look. Let's look underwater. And we see a skeleton was crushed. And then I see there's ore down here. I thought that was interesting. Apparently this is also a mine with lots of ore. So go ahead and pick it up. There's all kinds of it. Gold and malachite, and there was all kinds of it. So I went ahead and picked it up real quick. I can tell that that's the way we need to go, apparently. Probably lose our magic again. Yes, sure enough, we did. And there's that dead Draugr that Mercurio took care of for us. And there's an interesting little table right ahead of us. There's a skeleton chained to the wall. And I accidentally knocked his head off, and I'm so sorry, skeleton. I didn't mean to do that. I just barely bumped him. And you saw what happened. And then he takes my magic again. This has got to stop. But this room looks interesting. So let's let our magic recover. and go check, well, what the heck is in here? Something good, I would bet. Bats, yuck. Check the urns. Yep, we'll take those minor healing potions. We seem to be using quite a few. Here's a spectral warhound. And in that chair is a Draugr Death Lord. He's gonna kill it if we don't kill us first. 3 shots from me. And I'm out of magic. Mercurio's trying. So we're gonna bump up again here and give this another try. He's almost dead. There we go. And he's dead. And that's not a bad battle axe. We'll go ahead and take that. I'll run over here and see if there's a chest or anything. This is where he was sitting. And we don't need the ectoplasm. And I'm hearing off in the background the wonderful chant noise. And look what we have. We have a word of power. Yay! It is slow time, which I think is the second word in that particular shout. And now we're going to save here, of course. Eventually, I'll pull up these shouts and you know, you have to use dragon souls to activate them, basically. So we'll look at that at some point. So we're looking in here, and it, whatever it was, which I thought it was the Death Lord taking my magic, it wasn't. It was something else. And so my magic is gone, and I'm coming. Gotta grab the ebony agate. All of a sudden, all these skeletons show up from out of nowhere, and I don't have any magic. Mercurio's trying to help. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's Boss Atronach. Hopefully, Macario helped me on that, because there's like 5 bad guys. So we're going to use more Magicka. Use the last of my minor. I know I've got others, but I really don't want to use them all. But especially because I recover my magic so fast, but I don't have any right now. So it's like, okay, Dodo, let's, you know, we've got these wonderful staves, which is in the wrong hand, of course. Why don't we use them? This doesn't seem to be affecting it very much, but it did the job. Had an amethyst worth 120. Got one from a distance there. I just want to get through this wave. It's like, oh my gosh. So let's heal up a little bit. Use what little magic we got left. And I should have grabbed my weapon again, since I seem to be losing my magic so much, but I didn't. Wasn't thinking. And got a couple of ebony ingots. I don't know if we need them or not, but I'd rather take them and not need them than not take them and then need them. Okay, we're having another conversation. There's 3 left. Poor guys.
Stay there and die with her? She refused to
Oh
go on.
boy.
We didn't have a choice.
This is it, you know. Through this door.
Says something's through that door. Can you feel it?
We're not going to make it, are we?
We stay together.
These
Stay
ruins
together.
might be interesting if I wasn't already an expert on Nordic
Oh,
history.
Macario, hush up. We're watching a conversation.
We all
I'll stay with you. Agreed, we all stay together. They stay together to the end. Whatever the end was. So, I couldn't talk to him. Okay, we got a soul gem. And really nothing else. This looked more promising than that. But, that's okay. Excuse me. I know that's rude. Supposedly through this door, they said. And this brings us into this really interesting room where it looks like there's something going on. There's beams being projected by something towards a big spear in the middle. It's like, okay, our goal is the spear in the middle, but we can't get to that until we stop these things, whatever they are. What is it? It's a wizard, an enthralled wizard. I think we just knocked him off of there. And there's a second one, and we have to figure out how to get up there. I'm just kind of looking around here. We know we have to go up. So I'm kind of looking for stairs to go up. It really doesn't do us any good to go over to see that guy until we can get the guy at the top. And I turn around and say, oh, there's stairs going up. That's what we were looking for. So kill this enthralled wizard. We don't know who or what that enthralled wizard was, unless it was one of our leftover guys. We don't know. It didn't have a named wizard. When I come back down this side, I see there's a chest. And I think this is the chest you would have gotten when you were leaving. Look at all this gold flame, staff of flames. And, you've got some really good loot from that chest. I think that's the chest we would have run by at the very end when we were done. But we saw it ahead of time, but that's okay. Now we need to get up and over to the other side where that crazy dude is. So we gotta figure out how to get on the other side. Look at him walking around back there. Not for long, buddy. We're going to help you go to the other side. It's time for you to cross over to whatever side the bad guys go to. And this is Mordecai. And he's taken our magic. That's who's been doing that all along. So he's taking our magic. And right now I have one handful. He had a ward on, so I was waiting. So I got half smart here and said, maybe he doesn't seem to be doing much. He didn't think he had a ward on. So I'm kind of confused on what's going on here. So he's using a ward spell. Sometimes he's pointing it towards me, sometimes he's pointing it towards Mercurio. And that can be an advantage. See, Mercurio was just able to zap him. So I thought, okay, that's a good thing. What are we doing to do it in his back? And that seems to be doing it. He must have a lot of hit points though. Stop stealing my magic. So Mercurio's on one side of him, I'm on the other, and that seems to be working. But I had drained my Jurek Golderson staff, so I needed to charge it back up. And again, I used the smallest soul gems that I have to get it to, that way it takes more out of my inventory. So right now, unfortunately, we haven't got him split between us. Oh, I'm still stealing my magic, but I have a magic wand, mister. Mercurio's getting him now from behind. I'm being an idiot standing right in the way. Like I never know when he's got a ward on for sure. He's got to be running out of magery too. There we go. Now we're getting him. And he's almost gone. And Mercurio gets the kill shot. Thank you, buddy. And he's nothing but a pile of ash, but he has the Staff of Magnus and that mask thing. So now we finally found what we came here for. Like, holy cow. That was a battle. It probably could have been a lot easier. So it's like, okay, what's our best way out of here? And also, did we miss anything? Are there any chests? I think the chest that we had found was the final chest. What are you doing over there, dude? Like, let's save before we get lost or do something stupid. And it looks like this room, this is where we were before. So that's interesting. I guess some kind of doorway had opened through there.
There's a lot of history in a place like that.
And I'm like, let's just get the heck out of here.
Amazing stories.
Hopefully getting out will be a lot easier than getting in. Well, the bats are saying go this way. It's like, okay, there's a locked room we have not been in. It's an adept lock. We probably can get this. We have 40 lock picks, so we're in good shape there. Come on. Ugh, that's 2 lock picks so far. So it only cost us 2 lock picks. So what do we get for our trouble? At first, I thought, really? Almost nothing? Because I wasn't looking closely. Then I noticed there's an ebony shield worth 750. I thought, cool. That's not bad. And then I noticed that my mouse flicked and a helmet worth 841 and a sword worth 384. So I almost missed this due to rushing. Those are 3 very expensive items that was definitely worth a couple of lockpicks. So, excellent. I was very, very happy about that. And our a compass is telling us, oops, not to fall off of the place like that, is to run up here, and there should be a door that we have to go through, I think. Yes. Too bad they didn't have one of those annoying exits that I'm always complaining about. But no such luck. We have to go back out the same way we came in, as far as I know. Unless there was an exit that I missed, which is entirely possible. I probably should have looked around the area where that chest was. Well, there may have been a way out there. But that's okay. Just follow our dead bodies, and maybe we'll not get lost coming out. Okay, we were here once. So following our path of dead bodies. That works sometimes. It's like, okay, let's don't get lost again, but I don't think we had been down that way. I keep seeing these walls that it seems like they should open. Run, run, run. Okay, we've been here. Remember the trapdoor. Let's try not to go down the trapdoor again. All I was trying to do is close it because I didn't want Macario to fall in, but if he did, he would have eventually, if he didn't die, of course, he would eventually have found his way out. Sometimes when that happens, if you go like out of a dungeon, they pop out with you. So, but anyway, I try to avoid that to keep him from having that particular experience. It's like, come on, we know it's this way. This is a long way out.
Keep your eyes open for traps. Old ruins like this are usually filled.
We know it came through here. I think those are old gravestones. I don't know what they are. Kind of creepy where the Wisp Mother was standing. So, let's see if we can backtrack and follow the dead bodies. Our compass wants us to come up here and go the other way. It looks like we're headed in the right direction with these dead things. So the water was coming this direction, and we know we followed the water, saying we want to go straight ahead, but there is no straight ahead. And you can't go right, which is how it looks like it was a path to the right. So we're going to have to make some detours here, and that's okay. This looks right, getting closer to where our compass wants us to go through the next door. Aha! Next door. Good. And it's the chasm. And run, run, run. Maybe. Run, run, and don't get lost. So we know we were in this room, and it's like, I want to go up those stairs, but they're blocked. Don't you remember that? Jeez Louise. And I missed that right there. We should have gone up that pathway. So I hate it when I do that. So I backtracked and was going back toward the door that we didn't want to go to. If I'd been paying attention, if I'd been paying attention to the water, I would have noticed that. So this is me being a little bit lost. So what would an episode be if Rhiannon didn't get lost at least once? And I should have thought, this is the wrong way. This is the way we came. And we came up here and there was nothing up here. It was a dead end. So not too bright. Sorry. And see, I already, my brain is going, okay, have we come in here? And the answer was, yeah. We killed everything in here. So hopefully this is the way out. Who knows? Deer hide and ore, which I think I took. Deer hides. Okay, I guess if we wanted to make our own leather strips, we would use deer hide. I think you can use it to make any kind of leather, which you can use leather to make armor, right? I don't know, because I never really done hardly any blacksmithing at all. And I don't know if I will this time. I'm not sure what all the side things that you could do that I'm going to get into. I haven't decided yet. Maybe enchanting. I know there's enchanting and smithing and potion making and I don't know what all. So who knows what we'll get into. We may change our mind. We may do none of it. I'm not sure. If there's something that you particularly want to see, you should put it in the comments. I'll definitely give it some consideration. This is a playthrough for you, so tell me what you want. So it looks like we're in the right direction. It wants us to go right here to the next door, which takes us into the Labyrinthian main. So that's good. Getting closer. You can only go left, so. Aha, the big room where the skeletal dragon was. And there's the gate that our Mercurio got trapped in. I hope he's behind me. I really don't want him to get trapped again. And here's is this the main room where we came in? We're getting very close. And there's our marker. So I think maybe we're almost out. Open. All right, we made it out alive. And we have a level up that takes us to level 10. Level 10 is a big level for us. I increased my health that time, and I think I got 3 perks to use, and I think at this point that it's probably a good idea to bump up our lockpicking skills for both the novice locks, and I believe we could do the apprentice now. It requires 25 and we're at 27. So go ahead and bump those up. It says they're much easier to pick. We'll see. I don't know that if I've ever bumped up my lockpicking skills before. I may have. If I did, I don't remember. It's been too long. But I'm looking here to see what are our options. So basically, we'll keep going up that ladder as far as we can as we continue on. And we'll save. We're level 10. And that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for following along on this journey with me. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That will help me continue on with what I'm doing. I appreciate everything that you do, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.